Thank you, Toya. Wow. We are indeed the light of love. Say it with me. I am the light of love. One more time. I am the light of love. We are it. We are the only plan. We are the only ones on this earth. It's us or nothing. We got that right. Everybody understands that. We are love, or there is no love to share. It comes through us, through the Christ within, and we are it. So I'm delighted to be back with you this morning. A lot has changed while I was gone. Last time I was here, we were welcoming Carlos, the spiritual leader, and this time we're acknowledging that some things are changing. There have been transitions in this community. There have been all kinds of things happening in our world. Another mass shooting, another day, another couple of those, it seems, these days. A war that has started again, though it really has never ended. It just keeps right on going. There's all kinds of things in our world that have been different over the last 30 days or so, and especially a lot that's been different over the last couple of years. And when I think about all the things that are moving and all the pieces that are changing, I decided that today was the day I was going to share some stuff about me with you. So some things that have changed in my world. Carla's the only person who knew these things for a while now, but I want to share them with others because I want your prayer support in my world. So at the end of April of this year, I learned that this wonderful human skin that I get to live in has this thing called the C word. So I have 8 neuroendocrine tumors that are existing in my stomach somewhere. You don't have to do the O's, it's fine. It's all a part of the way the world works. It's all the way a part of my body works, and it's just perfectly fine. Everything is good. So of those 8 tumors, none of them are bigger than 1 millimeter. So tiny, tiny little boogers. And I found out, what do we all love to know about ourselves? That I was special. I went to the oncologist, and the oncologist goes, dude, we see this once every 5 years among all 25 of the doctors in our practice. We don't really know what to do with you. There are days that might have concerned me. These days, nah, that's fine. Because you know what? That endocrinologist and that oncologist, neither of them are the ones who have my hand and are taking care of me. They're doing the best they can with the medicine that they understand. But when I'm starting up and I'm starting to move forward, they're not the ones that I'm putting my faith and my reliance in. So I found, again, special. I got to be a pincushion for a while. Some of y'all know how that goes. I got to do 4 MRIs, one that lasted an hour and a half. And if you don't know me well enough to know that I am super claustrophobic, I can tell you that I got to practice every new thought and unity principle that I have ever learned. The closer they put me to the top of that machine, the more in meditation I went and the more I was trying to get it good. The first time, not that great. Second time, between unity and lorazepam, it was a wonderful experience. If you don't know what that is, it's basically Valium, if you're not familiar with that one. But with a 0.5 milligram of that, plus my unity teachings, all went well. So I've got all these things going on. I've been doing them, and all this stuff was with Western medicine. But again, I come from a different place and a different background. So the first thing I started doing before I ever saw the oncologist was to start doing what I call myrtling my body. Unity co-founder Myrtle Fillmore healed her body from her thoughts within. So I first apologized. She gave me this whole list of things that I shouldn't do, and I'm following some of them. Just going to be honest, I am not doing everything that somebody suggests, but I'm working on it. I'm working on taking care of myself. But I will say what I learned from all of this so far is that when you start having those mortality thoughts of this could be bad, this could be something that takes me out of this earthly life, or this earthly plane. And when I start thinking about that, I start thinking about what is it that I really care about. So this morning's talk is Come Alive. Because with me, it's a matter of deciding what is it that brings me life? What is it that I care about? What is my passion in this world? Now, a lot of you know all that stuff that Rupali said is what I do on Saturdays and Sundays and sometimes evenings. My day job is at the University of Central Florida, where I do compliance. So on Monday through Friday, I worry about all the details and everybody getting them right. On Saturday and Sunday, that's on God. I don't have time to worry about details on the weekend. It just frustrates my body and drives me crazy. And I'm getting to where I care less Monday through Friday, too. I can just sort of let it go some. I still want to do what my job says I need to do. I'm still going to do compliance, and I'm going to make sure we stay accredited so we all get our federal funds. But at the same time, is it really that important that somebody dotted that I or crossed that T on this particular letter or memo or whatever it was? Probably not. So I'm learning what matters to me. And what matters to me is doing what I want to do. American theologian, scholar, and civil rights leader Howard Thurman said, "Don't ask what the world needs when you're searching for what it is you want to be. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive." The world doesn't necessarily need a bricklayer, but the world needs a bricklayer who knows what they're doing and why they're building what they're building and what they're building in the bigger picture of everything that's going on. The world doesn't, forgive me, need one more professor in the world. But the world does need people who can tell young adults how they should be living and teach them principles for life without offending them, without doing things that are objectionable to them, and in Florida right now, without admitting that I'm teaching them unity principles. Because I'm still going to teach them. It's who I am and it's what's in me. But it doesn't mean I can stand up there and put the big banner over it or put that I am a licensed teacher with unity. We're going to do the things that we can do because that's what brings me alive. That's what brings me to life. And this morning I ask you to think about what brings you to life. What is it that makes you come alive in this world? I have a friend who's 98 years old, and she told me that she no longer knew why she was here or what she was doing. I don't know what I'm on this earth for anymore. So I'm always reminded of a friend of mine, Reverend Darlene Strickland, who's at Unity of Blue Ridge up in Nashville, who said, as long as you have skin on, there's something for you to learn and to discover. So every time I talk to my buddy, I remind her, as long as we have skin on, there's something for us to learn and discover. And what she's learned how to do at 98 is to send me emails every other Monday to encourage me on my journey. She sends me recipes because she knows I'm diabetic and dealing with this other stuff too. She does all kinds of things to encourage me. Maybe that's what you're called to do. We try to look for all these deep things and these complicated things to do. Great if that's what you're called to. But maybe for you to come alive, all you need to do is to send an email to somebody. Send them a card. Send them a note that says, I'm pulling for you. I want you to be successful on your journey. Remember, we don't compete with each other. There is no competition in life. Your journey is your journey. And I'm not going to judge it. I'm not going to think badly about it. I'm not going to do anything with it because it's yours. I'm just going to encourage you to make your journey exactly what it needs to be. There's a scripture in the Message of translation of the Bible. If you don't know the Message, it's a little liberal on its interpretation and wording of things. So this is Romans 8:12-14 in the Message. So don't you see that you don't owe this old do-it-yourself life one red cent? There's nothing in it for us, nothing at all. The best thing to do is to give it a decent burial and get on with your new life. God's Spirit beckons. There are things to do and places to go. Hear me carefully. I am not saying to off yourself so that you can go to that next level. No. What we're saying is there's stuff to do right here on this earthly plane. There's stuff that we have been each called to do, and we need to figure out what it is and be busy about doing it. And we need to forget who we were back then, because nobody cares, except mostly us, because we keep replaying that tape in our head. Drop it. Let it go. Retell your story to yourself about who you are now, not who you used to be. Forget about all that past stuff. We are the light of this world, period. There is nobody but us to be the light. Let it go. The end of that verse almost sounds like Dr. Seuss. We have places to go and things to do. We do. We all have places to go and things to do as long as we have the skin on. There is something out there for us to do. There's something that we're being called into. And it's our job to find out what that is. Whether we understand that it's us now or us 5 days from now, it's not us 5 days ago. It's always looking forward. It's always moving to that which is next, to be your best and highest self. And it's the same for Unity of Gainesville. I don't care who you were 10 years ago or 20 years ago. It's great because it's our history. It is the foundation on which we were built. But let's move forward and let's see what's new for us. Let's see what's out there for us to do next. In John 10:10, Jesus said, "The thief comes to kill, steal, and destroy, but I've come that you might have life and have it how? Abundantly. We're not supposed to be living on this earth in misery. We were not called to live in pain. We were not called to live in any of that stuff. We are called to live abundantly on this earth. And who controls how abundantly I live every day? Correct. Me. Nobody else. I make that choice every day. Does it mean everything in my life is perfect and everything is wonderful and yay, God? Not always. Some days I wake up more like, oh, God. But you know what? It's a choice I get to make right away every day. And when I choose to live my life in abundance and to live my life moving forward, then that's the part of me that comes alive. That's when I am truly being myself. One of the things that I found most interesting when I started looking back on who I am and where I really came alive was that happened at a point when I decided to be who I am. When I decided to stop living a lie, to stop being a Southern Baptist minister who hated gay people, not me, but the group in general. And I decided that it was time for me to bring my big boy self out and be my truly authentic, integral self and bring my big gay self to work and bring it to church and bring myself, period, everywhere, as is. Unity says we're a welcoming and inclusive community. So if I can't bring myself here, we have issues we need to deal with. So I bring myself as is. And one of the great things I've learned in all these years of living is if you don't like the me that comes to church or the me that is always present these days, I don't care. Beloved, that's on you. You decide whether or not you like you, and I'm going to decide whether or not I like me, and it doesn't matter beyond that. But what we are all called to do is to let our light shine, to be the light of God in this world. We're called to stop playing it small, stop being these tiny little people where we don't want anybody to be offended because of us. Go forth and offend. Y'all know I'm joking there. But go forth and be you. Don't really offend people. Just go forth and be you. Be the you that you were called to be, and be the you that you were born to be and you incarnated at this point in time to be, and move forward. Don't play small. People will try to keep you in your box. Bust out of that box. break the sides down, come out the top, the bottom, however you have to get out and move forward. There's a show called The Greatest Showman. Any of y'all seen that one? It's one of my favorite movies. It's a musical. There's a song in it called Come Alive. It says you stumble through your days, got your head hung low because your sky's a shade of gray. Like a zombie in a maze, you're asleep inside, but you can shake yourself awake. Come alive, come alive. Go and light your light. Let it burn so bright, reaching up to the sky. And it's open wide. You become electrified. Your world becomes a fantasy. You're more than you could ever be. Because you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. We need to learn to dream with our eyes wide open. The song continues, you can't ever go back to the way you used to live because you now know better. And when you know better, we do better. And we continue to stay in this world that we're living in now because we're dreaming with our eyes wide open. This is the part of the movie where all the oddities that the people came to see have just been out on stage. You know, oddities like somebody who's really tall, somebody who's really short. Hold your breath on this next one because I don't want to shock you. People who had tattoos. These were the oddities that people were paying to see. And in this part of the show, the only person who hadn't gone out and been seen was the bearded lady. And the ringmaster, P.T. Barnum, came to that person and said, "It's your time. They're waiting for you." And the bearded lady said, "For whom are they waiting?" And he goes, "They're waiting for you. And by the way, they're going to love you." So this morning I ask you, one, what are you waiting for? Two, what makes you come alive, individually and as a church? And I remind you, beloved, that they're going to love you. Everybody going to love you? Yeah, they really are. It might take some work. Nobody said it's easy all the time. That's us being ourselves. That's us being who we are. That's us moving forward. That's us knowing that the world is waiting for the love and the light that we have. We are the only light that exists on this earth. And we need to stop playing it small and move on. That is what sacred service is all about. Sacred service is us doing what's best for the entirety of the whole, not worrying about ourselves. When we do that, when we perform sacred service, when we move out and start sharing our love and our passion with others, and we know what it is and why it is we are called to do what we do, then we are serving the world. Ram Dass, when he was first learning, they say ask a lot of questions of his mentor, guru, if you will. And they said he asked him at one point, what do I do to raise the level of my energy? How do I raise my, in unity we would say, consciousness? How do I raise that? And the guru looked at him and said, feed everyone, serve everyone. That's the answer. Forget yourself for a minute. Feed everyone, serve everyone. We are called to serve everyone around us. I invite you this morning to decide what it is that makes you come alive. What is it that makes you express yourself to this world? And remember that you can't go backwards because you now know better. And you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. So as an individual, as a church, how do we move forward? What is it that brings you life and brings you excitement into this world, knowing you are the light and the love? Join me in a time of meditation. One deep breath with me. We acknowledge that we are indeed the light and the love in this world. And I invite you to think about, how do you express that light and how do you express your love to this world? What is it that you can do? What is it that you are already doing that says to this world, I am light and I am love? How do you come alive in this world? I invite you just to take a brief moment in a time of silence as you consider for yourself, what is it you are to do in this world? What is it you are being called to do to let your light shine? As you come back to this present moment, think about what it is you might have heard in that time of silence or in other times of silence, and know who you are. Know what is yours to do, and come alive. And so it is. Amen.
All right. So we ask that you focus into your heart as we deliver this message. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dream till your soul is released. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dream till your soul is released. Beloved child, my heart is yours. Beloved child, go out and open doors with your love, with your grace, with your compassion, with your faith, oh, with your faith. Beloved child, you are the light of the world. Beloved child, go out, spread light to the world. Be strong, be kind, be brave. Know you're mine, know that you're divine. Know that it's all right to be afraid. Know that you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dream till your soul is released. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your your sweet dream till your soul is released. Beloved child, you are the light of the world. Beloved child, go out, spread light to the world. Be strong, be kind, be brave. Know you're mine, know that you're divine. Know that it's all right to be afraid. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dream till your soul is released. Know you are love, love, love. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dream till your soul is released. Thank you.
Dream your sweet dream. Live your imagination. Come alive. I get goosebumps from this whole day. It's totally united. One fabric. One message. I have been fed. And I know that where I am fed, I author my spiritual gifts as well as my financial ones. And this is the time of offertory. I'm still in the moment, Latoya. Thank you. 2 Corinthians has taught us, Paul has spoken. What we reap is a reflection of what we sow, for it is the divine principle of giving and receiving. The more we give, I said divine principle, the more we give, the more we are given. And for those online, please know that we do have a secure link both in our weekly newsletter and in our website. And if you are here in the sanctuary, if you wish, please put your heart on your hand with the gift, and perhaps you could say this after me. Divine love, expressing in me, through me, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And are the children available? And if they are, I'm going to ask Toya if she wants to offer whatever she wants to offer as a transition song as they come.
This little light of mine.
ahead, honey.
1, 2, 3. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Good morning. Well, we finished up Halloween today with the metaphysical meaning of a black cat. And there she goes. Show him your kitty. Show him your kitty cat. Hold it up. And we found out that black cats years and years and years and years and years ago, thank you, meant bad luck. But yes, you did know that, didn't you? But now black cats represent that there is only good in the absolute. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. So if a black cat crosses your path, it's good luck. And it also, in some places, means healing. Okay? And we also talked about pumpkins a few weeks ago and how the light that we put into pumpkins represents God's light in us. So we had 5 little pumpkin story today that we made a book for. So happy Halloween, everybody.
And so let's bless the children. Children, we bless you. We appreciate you. We see the Christ presence within you. And we see you doing wonderful things. We love you, we love you, we really, really love you. Mwah! And now we get to stand together in a circle, and Toya's going to help us do the peace song, I believe, as well. And then we will speak the prayer of protection.